Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to talk about how we can create bar charts or you can say column charts in Data Studio. So in this case, I've already connected my data source. You can see dummy data 1, okay, with my Data Studio. So to create a column chart or bar chart, I'm going to click on insert, then I'm going to click on column chart. Again, I'm going to click on the page. It will give me a pre-populated chart here, right? So we all know that this column chart or bar chart is made of two axes. One is x-axis and the second one is y-axis. Usually on the y-axis we have all the metrics, the numbers, and on the x-axis we have the text, or you can see the attribute. So in this case I want industry to be on my x-axis, right? So I can see in the dimension section basically is the x-axis and the metric section is the y-axis, right? So I want to change stock name to industry. There are two options. Either I can click this and drag and drop over this, or I can click on this section. It will give me the columns and I can just type it here, industry. So see, the stock name has been changed to industries, right? So consumer products, constructions, IT sector, automobile. This I've done. Now the second part is the metrics. I can see that this is a record count. That means this particular chart is giving me the count of the entries of consumer products, constructions and IT sector. So instead of record count, I require, for example, I want stock price bought at. Okay, so I'll just hover that particular metrics over here, right? This will give me the sum. So just keep in mind, whenever you pick any metric here, right, we must understand first that whether that metric is relevant to the chart or not. So for example, if in this case, if I say I have picked stock price bought at the industry level, but this does not make sense, right? Because to view I should get an average stock price, like what is the average stock price of my consumer products. But what is happening here is it is giving me the sum, so that is why it is coming 1.5 million. So if there is any scenario where you have to change the pattern how this particular metric should be added up, right, we can go on edit button here and we can get an average. So this will give me the average amount. So average is now approximately 2000, right? So we have multiple options here: the count, distinct count, minimum, maximum. So basically there could be two things, right? Like for example, I want the maximum stock price, and then I want again stock price bought at, and that I want in minimum. So what is the minimum cost of the stock I have bought in this particular sector, and what is the maximum stock price I bought, right? So these are the scenarios which could come in your bar chart. So how you are going to deal it? First of all, before taking up the metrics, we should understand what exactly this metric mean to this particular variable. Okay, so now in this case I bought I'm going to change it to average. Okay, and the second thing I'm going to do is I want profit and loss as well. So profit and loss I will just drag and drop. So okay, what happened here is, okay, so you can see in my dummy data, right, in profit and loss, right, we have negative values as well. Okay, so the negative values are summed up, and if in any case, like for example in this case it is coming like this, that means there are negative values as well. So this shows that we should not show our metrics, these two metrics, in one chart, right? So instead of profit and loss, I can take total revenue as well. Okay, now I got the total revenue. Total revenue is this, and the stock price bought at is this. So this is my bar chart. Now the most important thing, the bar chart should look tidy, right? It should not be random. So in this case, for example, I want to sort this bar chart with the help of you can say total revenue. So it will give me total revenue like this, or if I want to sort it by price, it will give me like this, right? Similarly, we have different options here. So the second number of option, which is very important and which is very useful in bar chart, For example, there is an industry or there is some parameter which you want to filter out from this bar chart. You will go and click on add filter. You will go and click create a filter, name your filter, okay, name anything. Now you want to exclude it or you want to include it. You can mention it here, and then you can mention the attribute name. For example, industry. I want to exclude industry, which is equal to you can say IT, or I will say contains IT. Okay, I'll just save it. So this will remove IT sector from here. See, only the 3 sectors are visible. So you can customize your bar chart like this. You can have all the x-axis, y-axis. You can have multiple bars under each attribute in x-axis. Okay, so this is the overall structuring of a bar chart. Now let's come to the style part. This makes sure that your bar chart looks good, right, to the viewer. So there we have 2 options here. Either it is horizontal or it is vertical. Okay, so this is horizontal. You can just adjust the bar chart like this. Okay, and we have vertical as well, vertical bar chart options. Now if you want the data labels to be shown, you can just click on this part, show data labels. If you want stacked, if your data is like that, you can click on stacked. If you want compact numbers, it will give you compact numbers. Now if you want the precision, like for example, if it is not compact and it is 0.8, right, and I want 0 precision, so you can do like this. So see, 1955 it is showing, and if I do like this, 1954.8, so you can adjust the you can see the decimal number on the data labels as well. Now if I want to change the color, we can go here, this part. I'll just click on yellow. I'll click on this color. It will change accordingly. Let's have a little darker. Okay, so you can change this. Just click it again, go to style. So basically this is how you can change the colors of the bars as well, and the precision, the data labels, which is very important in a bar chart, right? Let's go down. We also have a reference line. For example, you have a scenario where you want what is the average passing percentage or what is the average stock price, right? So I'll just click on this. Okay, I know that this is the average stock price, right? And I want to make sure that my stock price bought at price should not be more than 1.5k, and if it is, we should know with the help of reference line, right? So I clicked on this reference line. This is a constant value, okay, and value should be, for example, 1500. See, we can get a reference line here, right? So this can be moved accordingly as you like this, 1800. Okay, this is very useful when you want to show the comparison, whether it is above or below, right? Any bar, any level is above or below with your reference, or it could be anything. So you can also change the axis as well, right? So the basic thing in a bar chart is the x-axis, y-axis, bars, reference lines, data labels, colors of the bar, distance of the bar. Okay, these are the basic parameters here. If I go down, so this is show label. So this is the label on this particular line, right? You can just remove this so that it's more tidy. If I talk about single or double, basically we have 2 options here. What type of axis you want? You want single bar, you want double bar. So these are basically more advanced features, right, which we can talk about in later stages. So if I want to talk about more basic ones, we can go and have this right and x-axis shown. Okay, stock price bought at, and this as well. 1 minute. Okay, it is coming like coming here, total revenue. Okay, cool. So we have we had x-axis, we had y-axis, we came down, and we also have some options to color them also, right? The grid lines, the text, what it should be written, right, like this. And we can also move our legends left to right, bottom, on the right hand side, anywhere we want accordingly. We have an option for background and background color and watercolor as well. You can try this. So usually it is gray, like in executive summaries and all. Usually we keep it very, like it should be blue or gray most of the time, but it is your choice. You have lots of options here to change the colors, to change a lot of parameters here, right? So if you want to add the border as well, you can click on the border, just click on style, go down and click on the border. It will give you the border. So these are the basic parameters which we have. So just let's have a recap. You can say this, basically this is x-axis, this is y-axis, this is the sorting of the bars, this is the date range if applied, right, in a data studio dashboard. This is the filter, what type of filter we can apply on a column chart. If I talk about styles, we have different options. We can change the pattern, we can change the style of the bar chart. Then we have show data labels option, we have options to color the bars, then we have option to put a reference line in it, then we have option to show the x-axis, y-axis, the name of the axis as well, and also we also have the options to color and change to color the background and to change the font as well. So these are the basic parameters which you can modify while creating a bar chart in Data Studio. I hope you liked my video. Thank you very much.